Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be speed running an entire ecom brand and show you exactly how I validate product ideas with less than $500 before I ever place my manufacturing PO. And no, before you're asking me this question, it is not drop shipping. We're simply testing out the product idea before we make that order so we can have some money come in, see if it's an actual viable product before we actually spend a bunch of money in capital investing in inventory. All right. As you can probably see, 4:08 in the morning right now. Your boy is pulling an all-nighter for the first time in probably 4 years. I don't know. I was just working late, and I was just like, you know what? Probably not going to go to bed. And if I do go to bed, I'm going to wake up at 10:30. So I was like, I'm just going to make a YouTube video. So as you can see, got the blue light blockers on. Don't really know why because I'm not going to bed. But yeah, I honestly have not been posting as much. So I'm coming back with a bang. Okay, I'm coming back with a bang. All right. So for those of you who don't know, I used to own a protein cookie company called Effing Good where we made these. We started off making these like mini cookies, right? And we had the idea to basically come out with a protein pizookie, a cookie skillet. And before we went into, R&D or ordering inventory, what we basically did was we built a page just like this, where, we had a creative landing page copy, all of that. And we basically just made a bunch of ads, ran them on Facebook and just see, are people actually wanting this product? And if so, how much do we have to spend to actually acquire that customer, right? The test ended up doing extremely fucking well, and then we ended up actually launching this. But before we did that, we wanted to validate the idea first, which is exactly what I'm going to be showing you in this video. So this is also the exact strategy that I've been using to launch my second brand, which is a gummy brand on TikTok Shop, where we've done around $1.2 million in sales across all channels in the past year alone. And so if you watch this video to the end, all right, you are going to learn exactly how to validate your idea without spending a shit ton of money, and then you can full send it afterwards, okay? I promise you, if you watch this video to the end, you will have the exact step-by-step blueprint on exactly how do you actually find your avatar? How do you create the ad creatives? How do you actually make your landing page? How do you actually run the ads, okay? And so the goal, like I said, is answering these two questions right here. Do people actually want this? And how much do I have to spend on Facebook to basically acquire this customer? And also, what angle kind of resonates the most, which we're going to touch on later on about finding ad angles that we actually use to run, right? And so what people usually do, and I'm sure you've seen a bunch of these videos online where people are like, okay, you find a product, you find a supplier, you order inventory, and then launch it, right? Before you do all of that, you sample tens of different products. People order a shit ton of inventory, hire expensive designers, spend weeks on copy, yada, 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 okay? But we're smart, people, okay? We're smart. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to test the idea straight away, and I'm showing you exactly how to do that. We're going to spend $500 to $1,000 on ads, sending buyers to a very simple landing page, and we're going to let AI do most of the heavy work, okay? I have a bunch of prompts that I've basically compiled, so we're going to use all of that. And so by the end of this video, you're going to learn how to use AI to actually craft your buyer persona, how you're going to use AI to create your packaging mockups and ad creatives, and how to launch your idea in 24 hours with $500, okay? TLDR, you're going to get some fucking sales before launching, all right? Before you move forward, you have to find your product. If you just scroll back on my channel, I've made probably around 5 different videos on this topic. So after you watch this video, just go watch that and just take relentless action, okay? I'm not going to edit this video because it's probably 4 in the morning and I really want to get a video up. So it's just going to be your boy yapping to you. I'm going to pretend like I'm on FaceTime with my homies. So this is kind of what you're going to get, all right? And it's also 4 in the morning and making this video. So if you're watching this video, just do me a favor. Get out like a piece of paper, get out your pen, just take some notes because I've been in the position where, I've watched a ton of different YouTube videos, but I don't remember shit, right? And so the best way for you to actually watch this video and consume it is by taking notes because your brain just remembers things so much better when you actually write them down, okay? So just do me that favor. And so before we kind of jump into everything, there's a couple of foundational things that we have to set up first and foremost, by far the most important thing is understanding who you're actually trying to sell to, right? An example of this that comes to like straight to my mind is creatine, right? Creatine initially was branded towards gym bros, right, to get big. And now someone came along the market and realized that creatine is actually really good for women. And so they branded it for women. And so like, how can you got to really understand who you're targeting, because the way you speak to each individual sub avatar and a segment of each cut. Holy shit. I just thought someone was breaking into my apartment. I just heard something. But the way you speak to each individual avatar is different, right? Let's say you sell an acne product. Like, you might be thinking to yourself, a lot of people have acne, right? And so you really want to carve out your segment of market. You want to go an inch wide and a mile deep into that target demographic. If you're selling an acne product, are you selling to someone with hormonal acne? Are you selling to Gen Z teenagers? Are you selling to postmenopausal women? Because every single one of those that I just talked about, you would communicate differently. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, we're going to use trusty old Claude to come out with our avatar. So I'm going to use my own brand. I'm launching a new brand. It's basically a pillow cleanser called No Trace. I've been trying to document this on my channel if you want to check that out. But I'm just going to use it for my product as an example. So first, I'm going to use Claude, and I highly also recommend just doing shit manually. So what I would recommend is just typing in the problem your product solves, or even your product itself, and then type in Reddit. Reddit is a fucking goldmine to really understand like customer research, right? And kind of what language specifically are they actually using? You know what I'm saying? So for example, for my product, we solved the problem of people waking up broken out because of their pillow, right? And so for something like this, I would just type in pillow, does my pillow cause acne, Reddit. So whatever the main problem your product solves, just do that, okay? Okay, this is acting a little retarded. So let me go Google. Does my pillow cause acne, Reddit? And I highly recommend just pulling up, it doesn't have to be anything complicated, pull up your notes app and just like write in desires, language, snippet, add angles, right? So something very simple. And you can just kind of like write them down. So I'll do one as an example. And if I'm stuttering right now, just bear with me. I'm a little tired. I just chugged the coffee. So okay, cool. I'll wake up with acne on the side of the cushion that I put my face on, even if the pillowcase has just been washed. Are some bang. Okay, let's see what. And what I really looked at are like answers with like high subvotes. So something like this with a long ass paragraph, I would just read this through and just write down different words or sentences or like different things that, you know, people are talking about, right? Switch pillowcases every single night. Okay. Switch pillowcases every single night. So I just write this down and wash them, blah, 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 blah. Also, if you have blankets, it might seem like a ridiculous waste of time. Okay, so this is telling me that they don't really want to do it, but they have to because they have this problem that is so urgent that they're willing to do anything to solve, right? And so, let's see, it might seem like a ridiculous waste of time. It might seem like a ridiculous waste of time. And so for something like this, right? Switch pillowcase every night. It might seem like a ridiculous waste of time. It's like, what is the desire, right? So you kind of got to read in between the lines. It's like, I want clear skin without having to wash my pillows every night. And so from this, I understand this is what my target customer wants, right? This is their ideal dream outcome. How do I then spin up an ad angle with a creative later on that I can test with based on this desire, right? It's like we can do get rid, it's like maybe one product, 30 seconds, clear skin, something like that. Or, you know, wake up with clear skin without washing your pillowcases. something like that. This is not the best, but I'm just kind of show you like exactly kind of how I'm thinking through all this shit. I've heard that satin or pillowcases are better for your skin and hair, and I've just purchased one to try it out. Okay, so this kind of, what you should really pay attention to is how are they describing their problem? What do they actually want? So look for I want statements, you know, or I wish statements whenever you're kind of going through this research. And also pay attention to what are some solutions that people have tried to fix this problem, right? And so in this case, I've heard that satin or pillowcases are better for your skin and hair. So I would kind of write this down. And then an ad angle I can cook up is us versus them. No trace versus silk pillowcases. Fire. Okay. I'm actually just now doing this too, by the way. So, yeah, another one, right? A lot of people make the switch from cotton to satin. So I would just do this across a bunch of different, you see how many Reddits? Pillow causing acne, bang. I get acne on my sleeping side, bang, right? So you really got to do the research. If you tried everything but still getting it could be your silk and satin years by using me, blah, blah, blah. I spent overnights from home. I realized that my face is never oily. When I don't sleep at home. I haven't had a new pimple pop up either. Okay, bang. This is what we want. 94 upvotes, right? That's the type of shit that you want to pay attention to. With pillowcase, and I switched to organic. I don't know. Yeah, so a big angle for me, right, would be explaining why my product is better than silk or satin pillowcases. And that is something that people have tried. So if they see an ad where it's like, okay, it's no trace silk pillowcases, and they've tried that, they are more likely to be inclined to buy from that ad. You guys can kind of get what I'm saying? There's a lot of pillowcases, so I know this is going to be a massive fucking angle for me. So I would just kind of keep doing this. I'll do one more. I've recently concluded that my pillows are causing my never-ending breakouts. Bang. That's fucking money. Concluded that, okay, what is the desire, right? It's, I want to stop breaking out, right? As simple as that. And so, what is an ad angle that I can cook up? I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds. You know, think on it, and I'm going to type it. Causing my never-ending breakouts, right? What does this mean? So I can explain your pillowcase is causing your acne, or your pillowcase is undoing your 12-step skincare routine. Bang, right? These are all headlines and ad ideas that I can incorporate. So I hope you guys can kind of see, understand this a little better. You know, if you're selling something for sleep, right? You can type in, I can't fall asleep, Reddit, right? And just kind of comb through all of this shit and kind of realize like what people are actually doing to solve it or have tried to fix to solve it. You guys get what I'm saying? But for this, I'm going to use trusty old Claude. So what I'm going to first of all do is I'm going to say, help me create a buyer persona for a product I'm about to launch. It is called No Trace, a pillow cleanser that people spray on their pillowcase to get rid of acne causing bacteria. Let me see. People don't realize just how dirty their pillowcase is, and even though they might have tried everything, i.e. a 12-step skincare routine, they don't realize that they're undoing their hard work by sleeping in bacteria for 8 hours a night. And then I'm going to pull up this prompt. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to copy this. And you can put in like a website, right, of like a brand that has a similar kind of target demographic. as you. But for this case, you know, I'm just going to do this. Once you have processed this data, please ask me this exact question. So what you could do, right? One of my biggest competitors in the space is a brand called Tower 28, right? And so technically I can just copy their link and they can, you know, let Claude kind of cook. But for this, I'm just going to do this. And then once this populates, I'm going to, hold on. Cool. So it says, please now upload the avatar creation prompt. So I have this trusty old avatar creation prompt. If you guys want this prompt, by the way, just DM me on Instagram. It's just at DamoFrog, and I'll shoot it over to you. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this entire thing here and just let Claude cook. I might need a coffee again. Okay, cool. Beautiful. So you can see here, it kind of generated this comprehensive buyer persona. So I kind of run through it with you guys just so you guys understand and know what to look out for. So you can see core problem, right? Despite investing hundreds of dollars in skincare products and maintaining an acceptance routine, Sarah still struggles with persistent acne, breakouts, and inflammation. That she's tried everything, expensive serums, dermatologists, blah, 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 blah. Cutting out dairy. That can be a fucking fire angle. That can be a fire angle, actually. You know, it's like, I've tried cutting out dairy and restrictive diets, drinking more water. Oh my God, ad angle. Cutting out dairy isn't going to save your skin. Fire! Or drinking more water isn't gonna stop your breakouts. You guys see what I'm talking about? Like, you gotta pay attention to what people say, right? What have they tried in the past? Is it cutting out pizza, dairy, water? And then use that as an angle and a way to position your product as the better alternative and solution, you know? But all of this starts with research. And if you guys get nothing from this video, just know that you have to do extensive research into your customers and knowing exactly, you have to know your customers basically better than they know themselves, right? Because a lot of times customers don't know what they want until you show it to them, okay? So let's see. What she doesn't really, blah, 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 blah. Top 5 powerful emotion. Frustrated helplessness. Why is my skin still breaking out when I'm doing everything right? And then you might be wondering, how do I actually, knowing all of this information, right? What the fuck do I do with it? All of this shit can be created in scripts, right? You can talk about, you know, have your creators, UGC creators or AI voices or whatever it is, and I'll show you guys all this later, on exactly like, oh, I was so frustrated, right? That I've tried everything in the past. You know, I cut out dairy, I cut out gluten, I cut out pizza, and I've even tried drinking a gallon of water every single day, yet nothing else helped my skin. It wasn't until I found out that my pillow, I was actually super dirty, blah, 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 right? You guys see that? Deep insecurity. The when she sees herself in harsh lighting or catches her. Like, this can be another, like, script or angle. It's like, I used to be able to not even walk by the mirror to look at myself. Whenever I would go out with my friends and they wanted to take pictures, I would try to, like, hunch over and shrink myself so I don't actually appear and my pimples don't show. Fire, right? Watching friends with effortlessly clear skin, anxious hypervigilance, blah, blah, blah. I'll never have clear skin. This is just who I am, dealing with this my entire life. You see how powerful this sort of information is? People are staring at my acne and judging me. I'm going to permanently scarring, blah, blah, blah. So I would read through this. This video is already 20 minutes, so I'm not going to do that. But there's so many golden fucking nuggets in here. Girl, you need to try Accutane. It's the only thing that actually works, right? No Trace versus Accutane. This is nature's Accutane. Bang, another angle, right? So really take this, like all of this information that you're getting, and always think to yourself, how can I use this as a way to basically bridge the gap between what my product solves and why it's a better alternative, right? Have you just tried not touching your face? If your skin was clear, you'd be stunning. Like, that would be a crazy fucking saying. If I ever got that, I'm gonna kill myself. What they try to elaborate skincare routine, blah blah blah. So now that we have all of this information, I would basically just copy this. Oh, it's still fucking going. Jesus. Her daily regality is consumed by skin anxiety, checking mirrors obsessively, touching her face to feel for new bumps, analyzing, blah, blah, blah. She's tried everything and can't be seen without makeup. Like, there can be a fire fucking angle from that. It's like, a desire is like, I want to go out without putting on a ton of makeup. Works so well. Show off your skin. I don't know. I can't think right now, but you guys kind of get the point, right? So what I would do is I would copy this, pull up just like a fresh doc, and you'll see why this is important later on. And I would just label this, buyer persona, download this doc, and your guys are going to see why this is important, but we're basically going to create a Claude project with all of these different foundational documents, okay? So going back here, now that we got the buyer persona out of the way, we're actually gonna do this product overview document where basically it kind of outlines every sort of information about your product, all the features, all the benefits, all the desires, why your product is different, and all of this information, right? And so if you guys want the sheet, just DM me again on Instagram. Just DM me the word speedrun, and I'll send you like all of these documents. So what I'm gonna do is basically I'm just gonna download this as a PDF, right? I'm gonna upload this over here. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks. I'm gonna say based on everything you know about my product. Oh, actually, my product's main ingredient is hypochlorous acid. Based on everything you know about my product and buyer persona, help me fill out this document. And I do recommend you guys do this manually too, and kind of use AI as kind of the cherry on top, because AI shouldn't be like your end all be all. AI should be kind of the magnifier and kind of the cherry on top, but you yourself should do this work and this manual research work, because it's going to make you a better marketer. It's going to make you understand your customer better, which in turns make you a better marketer. And then just use AI as kind of the way to kind of, make everything look nice. So you can see here, product overview document, blah, blah, blah. No trace uses hypochlorous, the same active fight infections to eliminate acne-causing bacteria that accumulates on your pillowcase throughout the night when you blah, blah, blah. Okay, 6th grade reading level, right? A lot of people think like you want to write like this complex, intricate kind of copy, but the best copy is at a 5th grade or 6th grade reading level, right? If you're a customer, like I'm pretty sure most of America reads at a 6th grade reading level. And so whenever you're writing your ad copy, you're writing your headlines, you're just doing any sort of copy, even on your website, you want to make sure it's simplified enough for the normal average American to understand, right? Because the confused mind doesn't buy. So you want to make sure it's simple. So long story short, no traces spray that kills the bad bacteria on your pillowcase. Your body makes the same ingredient. When you spray it, cleans it, stops your pillow from putting bacteria back on your face, which means your skincare products can actually work and you stop breaking out, right? So features, benefits, kills 99, dramatically reduced bacteria load, so no acne. Assumed desires, the person wants to solve their acne problems with something scientifical. The person wants their expensive skincare to actually work. They want a solution that won't make their skin worse or cause new problems. This is a fire fucking one, actually. Whenever you're thinking about desires, just think from an I want statement, right? What does that person actually want? I know I'm probably repeating myself over and over again, but I just kind of want to drill this into your heads, right? So from this, I want a solution that won't make their skin worse or cause new problems, right? Stop waking up. It's like hospital grade spray, sensitive enough for a baby's cheek. Something like that, right? Sensitive enough even for a baby's cheek. That can be something. Person wants to wake up with clear, calm skin instead of new breakouts. The person wants to doesn't require buying more stuff. Like that could be a fire angle where I have like, you know, I buy like a bunch of like the most popular skincare items, and I have like a post-it note that says like, this shit won't solve your problems or something like that, right? Once a system that can maintain long term. So they want convenience, right? Like if this is the desire, I want a skincare solution that's convenient and I can maintain forever, right? Takes something along the lines of takes 30 seconds, no new breakouts, right? So I'm just kind of writing this shit down. Invisible and seamless, they don't want blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you can see it spit out this entire kind of document, so I'm just going to copy this. Let me add a tab. This would be my product overview. Bang. This would be my buyer persona. And you guys see, you know, this is already 30 minutes long, but this is like the most important part because I don't know if you guys heard the saying, I forget who said this, but it's like, if I wanted to make a knife, I would spend the first 8 hours fucking carving it, and then last actually fighting. You guys know that saying, but it's so fucking true because you're doing the hard work first and really, really understanding your customer, their desires, their pain points, their past solutions, their fears, all of that shit, right? And that way you can really make good copy and good ad creatives that speak to all of that. I've said this 10 times now, but it's so fucking important, okay? Might make a new coffee, boys. Oh, God. Who the fuck drinks coffee at 4 in the morning? Cool. And I have one more doc. This is something that I actually found in another group. So it's not mine. But it was super helpful where basically what you can do is you can copy this entire thing, right? Cool. Bang, 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 bang. Oh my God, this is so long. And what this is going to do, it's going to identify hidden desires, any sort of other desires. It's going to scour Google, Reddit, Twitter, TikTok, Amazon reviews, Facebook, all of that, right? I'm not going to do this because it's going to take a minute. But basically what you want to do is once you kind of have your product overview doc and your buyer persona doc, you can just basically paste this in here, right? Click deep research. Where is that? Deep research. And it's going to spit out an entire document. So let me show you guys. So this is, actually I already pre-generated this to save some time. But you can see it scoured Amazon reviews, product sites, Reddit, blog posts, social media, all of that, right? And you can see these are the 5 main desires that what my customer actually buys my product for, right? I want to wake up without new breakouts. I want to prevent bacteria from causing acne. So what does this mean? They want to feel like they're in control, right? A very simple routine, spray it, in control. I want to stop waking up with new breakouts. I want to clear skin, blah, 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 blah. You guys can, go through all of this. But the important part is you understand, like, all of this and what it actually means, So I would just save this document, and then let me move on to the next step. So once you have all these documents, what I would do is I would create a Claude project. So you can see I already created one. I have a bunch of different stuff in here. So I have my product overview. I have my mass desire sheet. I have my buyer persona and product overview. And then I also have Alex Hormozi's book, $100 Million Offer, and the greatest marketing book of all time, Breakthrough Advertising, in here. So Claude can actually read all this information. So all I have to do, right, is once you paste this in, I can just say, I am launching static ads for Meta. Help me come up with 5 ad angles and 3 headlines per angle. And I just like simply prompt it because it already has all of that information, right? Betrayal angle. Your headline, your routine works, your pillow destroys it. Your $200 skincare routine works perfectly until you put your face on a bacteria every night. Your dermatologist never told you your pillow is blah, blah, blah. You're doing everything right. Your pillow is doing everything wrong. Disgust. What's growing on your pillow would horrify you. You wouldn't rub your face in a petri dish, so why sleep on one? Kind of fire. Kind of fire. $3,000 a year on skincare, still breaking out. The reason will make you furious. Blah, 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 blah. Canceled plans again. I didn't even think about that one. Because when you break out your pillow, stealing your social life. So you can see how it came up with like all these angles, and then we can kind of turn them into, statics, videos, all of that shit. So next thing, what I would do, now that we kind of understand our customer, our product, and different angles that we can cook up later on, the next step would be creating a brand guideline and packaging guideline, okay? With AI, this is very, very, very simple nowadays. So what I usually like to do is, let me go back here, and I would just say, help me create a brand guideline and packaging guideline for No Trace, based on everything you know. And a good tip to kind of come up with aesthetics, what I like to do is I love Pinterest and I like Behance, and I actually like looking at cross categories. So if I'm in beauty, I like to look at supplements, or I like to look at food. I think food has some of the best packaging and branding on the market for sure. So, like, for example, I would just look up popular also branding agencies, right? So a couple off the top of my head, take a gander. You got Zero Studios. What else you got? We got, can't think of any others. And so these like branding studios, right, charge like hundreds of thousands of dollars for brands to come to them, basically come up with an entire brand concept. And so I just basically take a look at this and see what are the sort of concepts, what are sort of themes that are kind of working really well right now, the color schemes, the animations, the graphics, all of this, right? So you can see here, this is a sauce, right? And you might be thinking like, okay, you're launching a beauty product. Why the fuck are you looking at sauce, right? Because a lot of the times people copy one another within your same category. So if you're selling a beauty product, chances are that you look the fucking same as everybody else. You know what I mean? And so the best way to get inspiration is to look at different categories. So that way you can steal, copy elements from that and bring it to your category, and all of a sudden it's new. You know what I mean? Liquid Death did this super well. All of the bottles, water bottles were plain, in bottles, all of this. They went and saw, energy drinks, right? And they stole, the form factor of energy drinks, which is in an aluminum can. Aluminum. I'm Canadian, so we say aluminum. But aluminum can, and they made like this punk rock design on it. And in that category, it was brand new. You guys see what I'm saying? So here I'm taking a look. Okay, graphic. You got a nice little bird. I'm like, can I create some sort of character to bring into this category, right? So more characters. So again, in the food category, I don't see a lot of beauty brands use like this sort of character and let me crack my neck. Use these illustrations. And so in my head, I'm like, this would be a great opportunity for me to bring this over, and it would just be new, right? It will be novel. So I'll take a look at Zero Studios. Again, this is in food. Food has some of the best branding, like I said, like food and drinks, some of the best branding. So you can see these guys did Poppy illustration. So I'm like, can I do some sort of pillow illustration or some sort of character that I can add? So if I'm on Pinterest too, I'll look up beauty packaging design. And so one thing I want you guys to realize is you shouldn't rely on one thing, Like I'll look at Sephora.com, I'll look at Pinterest, I'll look at food categories and just kind of like get all your data sets from all of those different places and then put them all together in the best way that you know how, right? And so, for example, if I really like this sort of packaging, all right, guys, just made another coffee. This is my second coffee in the past 45 minutes. I was getting a little tired, so I was like, I need a little refuel, okay? I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. I hope you guys are taking a little bit of notes, at least. But I really try to not gatekeep anything and just, make videos that I would have wanted to see when I was just starting out, because I feel like a lot of people make videos where it's like, okay, this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3, but they don't actually show how you should implement it. They give you the broad idea. It's like, oh, find your customer, or like, oh, create your packaging with AI, but they don't actually show them doing it. And I feel like that's the most important part, right? That was always the bottleneck for me when I was just starting out. It's like, okay, like, where do I find all this information? Like, I get it, but like, how do I actually do it? So that's kind of my goal with all of my videos, just like very raw, authentic, and just transparent, So if you guys have watched 36 minutes in, comment a frog emoji, so I know you guys are with me right now. But yeah, let's get back into it. So I would, if you see something you like, right, what I would do is I would create a new board, basically saying like no trace, right? Great. Bang. Add it to here. And the reason why we're doing this is we can actually screenshot that entire saved board later on down the line, feed it to AI, and have it kind of take all the elements and just recreate it, right? And so I can't really see right now, so let me see. I like this. This is cool. Excuse me. I like this a lot, honestly. I like Grazo a lot. I'm going to screenshot this. Let me do a couple more and then we're good. So let's take that. I like that. Oh shit, I don't know why I'm screenshotting it. Let me just add it to my board. What am I doing? Bang. So let's see. What else feels premium but feminine? Like some just feels premium. I don't know. Like that. Let's take that. No trace. Bang. Cool. And then you can also do this on Behance, so you can look at beauty packaging. As you can probably see, I've already done that. And just kind of take a look at like, what do you actually like, right? And with your target customer in mind, try to know what kind of brand you're trying to build. If you're trying to go for something fun, it's vibey, it's, doesn't take itself too seriously, then your branding should communicate that, right? So you always just think about that point of view. So I would go over here. I don't know why I'm logged into Unique Wellness. FYI, this was the first ever product that I ever launched when I was like 19 years old. It was a meditation cushion called Unique Wellness. So I guess I'm still logged into the Pinterest account for some reason. So let me click this. So you can see we've created a bunch of different ideas, honestly just 3. But what I would do is I can screenshot this, right? And let me go back over to, whoa, what is this doing? Cool. No trace exists to complete the hidden steps, blah, blah, blah. Truth teller, protector, reveal the uncomfortable truth while providing the solution. Category ownership, we own this category, created it for pillow acne prevention. For young women frustrated by persistent acne, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Visual identity. So then what I can do is I can say, based on the brand guidelines and packaging guidelines, help me create a prompt to input into Nano Banana to create a packaging mockup. Bang. I'm actually out of cold brew. I'm kind of cooked. What is this? Dimensions. Sprite bottle. Cool, 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 cool. While this is loading, I'm going to go over to... Gemini. Bang. Honestly, Gemini... Oh, Gemini 3 Pro. What is it, my fucking birthday today? Let's go. All right. Yeah, Gemini, honestly, Nano Banana, best image generation model on the market. There's also a tool that I've been testing out called Higgsfield.ai, where they have like every single model with video, with images, and you just pay one subscription, which is honestly super nice. So you can just like click create image, select the model, right, Nano Banana, and then honestly paste this in. But for the sake of this video, I'll just use the normal Gemini. But honestly, this is super worth it because you can create videos as well. Jesus Christ. Hold on, I can't see this shit. All right. Okay, let me copy this. Put this in here. And I'll also say, like, use the attached screenshot. I've also attached a screenshot of different packaging designs I want. Use that for inspiration too. So then I can just attach that screenshot. I don't want to click on anything I shouldn't. Bang. Create a photorealistic product mock-up of a premium skincare bottle. Bang. And just let it cook. Let it cook. Alright, so just finished generating. This shit looks like booty hole. Not gonna fucking lie. Okay. So you gotta, it's not gonna be perfect the first time around. Okay, let's see what we can do to fix this. Do you reach your Nano Banana Pro limit? What the fuck, dude? $1 trillion company trying to make me pay for a subscription? You're out of your fucking mind. Let's go to Pinterest. Let's go back to Pinterest. And let's go back to our saved. Just the raw, realistic version, boys. No gatekeeping. Let's just use... Let's use this image. Put this in here. Read this image and describe the design and elements you see. Okay, bang, blah, 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 retro prop style. Okay, and then I'm just gonna attach this shit. Where is it? Bang, 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 bang. Did I not? Oh, to my downloads. Whoopsies. Now take, let's see, how do I break this down? Now, using the design elements and aesthetics from the perfume box, I want you to I want you to apply those elements onto the packaging bottle image I've attached. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Let it cook. Okay, Gemini's just being hella gay right now. So let me see here. Let me go back. I'm not gonna even edit this out. You guys can see me work through this, but I'm just gonna basically reprompt the whole thing. So I will say, let me move my head a little bit. Bang. I want you to read. I want you to analyze the design elements, colors, and aesthetics of the attached image. Once you do, I want you to edit the mockup prompt to reflect the changes. Let's do that. God damn, it's 5 in the fucking morning right now. Holy shit. Lock in, boys. Lock in. Oh. Honestly, there's something like just super peaceful. You know, no one's fucking bothering you. It's 5 in the morning. Honestly, I haven't woken up earlier than like 8:30 in the past like 4 months. So this could honestly be a way to just reset my sleep schedules, because I do ideally want to wake up, you know, earlier if I can go to bed earlier, but going to bed is like the hardest thing for me. Like I don't have a problem waking up, you know. It's just going to bed. So I just need to figure out a way to like go to bed earlier so I can wake up at like, I gotta stop saying like, I can wake up at 5-ish in the morning, get a bunch of shit done from 5 to 8-ish. Like that's 3 hours of deep work that no one's bothering me. Get on meetings, do more deep work. So I feel like that's just honestly the move. All right, let it cook. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys, are you guys like morning owls? Are you guys night owls, morning birds? Are you guys night owls? I just, for some reason, from like 11 to 2 in the morning, that's usually when I get like my most creative work done. And for some reason at 11, my brain just switches on and I'll just make a fucking hour-long YouTube video, or I'll just do my most creative work, or I'll catch up on emails and do stuff that I need to catch up on. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys do better work at morning or a night owl. I've never really been a morning person, but I do see the appeal, you know, of waking up earlier than everyone so you can get shit out of the way. So, alrighty, cooked up. Nice little, what the fuck? How do I copy this shit? Cool. Let me copy this. Bang. Bang, bang. Let's try ChatGPT. Nano Banana's being a fucking banana right now. So let's put this shit in here. Create a photo wrist selection. Bang. Let's add that. If you guys are still watching, thank you. All right. Much appreciated. It really means a lot that you guys take time of your day to watch me make a video like this. I know it's probably not as entertaining as, you know, fast cuts and a lot of edits, but I feel like this is just a better kind of format that I personally like watching, and more informative. You know, I was trying to find a word. I'm normally not tweaking out this much. I'm just like a mix of wired and I'm tired. Wired and tired at the same time. Second coffee. I've had 3 Zins in the past 30 minutes. 5:16. I should go for a run. I feel this. I don't even run, but we still got a long way to go, boys. After the packaging, we got to create the landing page, right? And I'm showing you guys exactly how you use AI. Use AI to create your landing page. Okay, it's gonna be so fucking good. I promise you guys, if you keep watching this, if you already made it, just keep watching, because I promise you it's gonna be worth it. Okay? We're gonna make the landing page, and then we're also going to, what are we gonna do? Create the ad creatives. Okay? So please be good, 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 please be good. Why is it giving me a fucking Windex spray bottle? God damn it. Fuck, man. What the fuck is this? This is so ass. Okay. All right, boys. We're going to fix this, okay? We're going to fix this shit. Okay, let me think. I don't. Why the fuck is it giving me a spray bottle? I want a. Let me think. Spray bottle. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go to Tower 28. Images. I want my bottle to be in this shape and have the same design as the attached image. Be like Tower 28 and bro, like how hard is this shit? AI sometimes you gotta like let's just do this, fuck it. How can we go back to being friends when we just shared a bed? Alright, boys. Let's try this shit one more time. Let's try this shit one more time. ChatGPT, please don't fuck me. Don't fuck me, don't fuck me, don't fuck me. Okay, bang. I really want to move on. I really want to move on. Alright, bang. Where is the Tower 28? Bang. Don't fuck me, don't fuck me, don't fuck me, don't fuck me, don't fuck me. Don't fuck me, don't fuck me. She stopped drinking Diet Coke. She on that Coke diet. Should I fucking just bang some John Summit right now? To wake me up? Honestly, I fucking might. Alright, boys. I'm gonna blast some music while this is generating. Don't fuck me, don't fuck me, don't fuck me. I need to get fired up. I'm getting tired again. Let's go. Okay, I'm fired up. Coke. She on that Coke. Alright, we're so back. We're so back. Alright. Come on, don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me, 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 don't fuck me. Oh, don't fuck me, don't fuck me, don't fuck me, don't fuck me. Fucking neighbors probably hate me. Actually, I'm on the fucking top floor, so... Kidding, guys, I'm kidding. I'm humble. Don't fuck me, please. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me, 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 don't fuck me. Come on, 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 come on. Give me something good. Give me something good. Give me something good. Please, 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 please. Fuck. Alright, there's potential, boys. Might have to take off the glasses for this. Oh my god, it's gonna be ass. You know what? He's done. Okay. So here's the problem, boys. I just need to give it more like design elements is the thing. So if I just went on Pinterest and I just like, let's see, did something like let's see, beauty packaging design. What the helly? Beauty packaging design. I have an insane amount of dedication to this shit. I love the game. I love it. Let me think. I mean, that could be sick, actually. Like if I just told it to like add elements from the attached image to the bottle. So okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop it here. not the video. I mean, just the packaging creation part, because clearly it's being hella gay right now. But you just kind of gotta like give it more elements, give it more instructions, and then it'll just auto-populate something good. But it just takes a lot of trial and error, especially with AI. I probably should have prompted it better from the get-go, and gave it like more kind of style on exactly kind of what I want. But for the sake of the rest of this video, I'm just going to use the mock-up from this. But I honestly took a lot of elements from Pinterest, and I just kind of layered it on with a bunch of different colors, like sleep, it's purple, and I came up with this, right? And so if you're in this stage, I would just, keep playing around with AI, keep kind of feeding it different inspirations. But I think setting the prompt up well from the get-go is probably the most important part. So the next step, what we're going to do is we're basically going to create ad creatives, right? And so the easiest sort of format that we can just rip is statics. Statics are actually converting extremely well. And it's just the easiest way to kind of test different angles and formats. And if you can't convert people with a static, then you're pretty much cooked and you shouldn't even bother testing videos. So just trust me, just test, 8 different statics with different angles, different copy. And with Andromeda, with Facebook's Andromeda update, creative diversity is the most important part, right? So I cooked up this kind of Miro board that basically kind of outlines how I think about creating ads, okay? So first of all, you got your ICP, which we've already kind of come up with, but I just leave my setup super simple. Oh my fucking God, I can't talk. Super simple, okay? So what we're gonna do with Meta is we're gonna run a CBO. A CBO is just campaign budget optimization. And so within, I can go into my Facebook ad account later on. But CBO basically means you're letting Facebook determine which creatives to actually spend on the campaign level versus the ad set level, okay? So within the CBO, you can have, ad set number 1, ad set number 2, and ad set number 3, right? And so, for example, within ad set 1, I typically like to put, no more than 5 creatives within an ad set. But that's just personally me. So you can have ad set 1, you can have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just pretend these are ads, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And if you don't know how Facebook ads work, so basically if you set a budget of $100 a day, right? Oh my God, I can't. Hold on, let me move my face. $100 a day, Facebook is going to determine where to put that $100, right? And so you might have 4 times 3 is 12 different ads, but 2 of them might be the only ones that get spent. So it might be this one and it might be this one. It's not uncommon for, a certain select few creatives to get majority of spend because Facebook algorithm is super smart nowadays, right? It knows exactly what creative to serve to which demographic. And sometimes I'll just determine that these 2 are the only creatives that are worthy of spend. So sometimes you'll see these 2 creatives just eat up 85% of spend. And that's why you kind of just throw as much shit into your campaign as possible and just let Facebook cook. And I wouldn't really recommend an ABO, which is just ad set. So you can set, an ABO is basically, you can set $50 a day on this one, $50 a day on this one, $50 a day on this one. And it's more controlled testing. But with Facebook's kind of new update, you just kind of let it cook, basically, right? And before we kind of dive into actually how to create these ad creatives, I want to talk about some concepts, right? So first of all, you got problem solution, very simple. You basically just talk about the problem, agitate the problem and solution, right? So for my case, it's like, are you waking up with new breakouts? Did you know that your pillow is causing 17,000 times dirtier than your toilet and is making you break out every single day? Here's our product, right? Very simple. Founder VSL ads, these are kind of more like storytelling, why I started this company, or why I decided to quit my job to start a pillow spray company. So more founder style. These convert super, super, super well. So if you're comfortable with it and you're good on camera, or you want to just like make a founder style ad, these convert super, super well from what I've seen. Social proof ads. So this is basically, just throwing a testimonial over a graphic, us versus them. So like for me, No Trace versus Silk pillowcases, and then prospecting VSLs. These are more kind of like story driven. There's a brand called Pure Skin. I actually talked with the founders yesterday. They make some really good VSL type ads. And then obviously offer based ads, which are more kind of bottom of the funnel. So you really kind of want to cover every single step of the funnel, especially with Facebook's new update. So for me, I could just do like, I can create a static that says like, buy two, get one free, 57% off Black Friday offer, right? And I'll just throw that in there. And just maybe Facebook will serve a top of the funnel ad where I talk about the problem of pillowcases. That customer might not buy, right? And then Facebook might serve this ad to the customer and they might convert, right? And so it's important to kind of cover every single step of the funnel, especially with Facebook's new update. And so over here, what I basically did was I created a couple different angles, right? And I got these angles by kind of, going in my Claude project, like I showed you guys earlier. I had all my foundational documents, and that's why we created these, right? We did all the research, and I came up with a bunch of different angles and desires that we can basically hit on, right? And an angle is basically why someone would use your product. Why would someone buy your product? For example, for my product, if it's a glass bottle, would they buy for that? Probably not. But if it's to wake up with clear skin, that's a good angle to test. You know what I'm saying? So let me go back over here. You guys took a little break. Your boy was getting way too tired, so I took another shot of Magic Mind. So I'm probably 700 milligrams of caffeine in at this point. But all right, let's go make some ads. So these are the categories that I have put together as far as angles go that I'm going to test with my product. And I only figured this all out because I did the research, right? And that's where the foundational documents kind of came in. So like if I go into my projects, you guys should have already put all of your documents inside of your project. And so all you got to like ask it is, based on my buyer personas most pressing, most urgent and intense pain points / desires, help me cook up 5 angles to test with my product. All right. Let's see what this says. And so this is kind of how I came up with the different angles. So you can basically just do that. And so for me, the biggest angle that I'm going to communicate is your pillow is dirtier than your toilet seat, right? So basically just educating people on why they should care about this topic. Because one of the books that I highly recommend every single one of you read is called Breakthrough Advertising, right? Breakthrough Advertising is the goated marketing book. And I hate this fucking comment shit, bro. It's so annoying. Legit so annoying. Google.com. So in the book, there's a concept called awareness levels, right? So if I just type in Eugene Schwartz, stages of awareness, you'll see basically what all of this means. So for your product, your customer is sitting in one of these areas, right? You don't really have to worry about unaware, and you don't really have to worry about most aware, like these two, when you're first starting out. And so you basically just got to create ads that hit every single one of these pain points, right? And so for my product, problem aware. They know they have acne, but they're unaware. That their pillow is basically undoing all their hard work, right? And so for this, we got to do a little bit of education, right? For solution aware, what that basically means is, they're aware of their problem and they're aware there's solutions out there. And so for this, you basically got to compare why your product is basically better than the solutions they've tried. So like an us versus them, or for me, in my case, it's like explaining why my product's better than all the different 12-step skincares they've tried. Product aware, they know about the product, which in my case really isn't that true. So like, yeah, mainly just problem and solution aware ads. So highly recommend reading Breakthrough Advertising and kind of understanding these awareness levels. And so for me, I want to create a top of funnel ad that basically educates people on why they should pay attention. So for this, I basically found, this static that says studies show unwashed pillowcases have 17,000 times more bacteria. And so what I did was I found an ad like this, and the way I kind of find ads, and it's a free way, there's different like ad tracking tools like Atria, Foreplay, Get Hooked, all of these. But I'll give you guys kind of some sauce right now. I need some water. But if you guys just go to Facebook ad library, and you can just kind of look at the top dogs, right? Who are the top D2C brands in the space right now? You can look at something like Groons. And what you can do is just kind of scroll through their ad library. I like to scroll all the way to the bottom because to me, if a brand is running an ad for an extended period of time, it just means it's working, right? Otherwise, they would turn it off. So I would just like scroll all the way. Damn, they're running a fuck ton of ads. I would just go all the way here. God damn. And just kind of take a look at what ads are working really well for them, right? Can't poop on GLP-1, 6 grams of fiber. Like what you can do is just screenshot it and just have AI. And basically, once you have your product, I'll show you guys. Product mockup, you just basically kind of copy and paste it and recreate this ad, right? And so I found an ad creative that looks like this. I have a swipe file of different static ads, so if you guys want that too, just, feel free to DM me as well. So I took this graphic, basically, and I'll show you guys an example. So what I did was I just went on, and so I'll literally just take this image right here. I'll can I download this? Let me just screenshot it for now. But I'll just screenshot this. Bang. I'll put it in Gemini. Add your product mockup. So in my case, let me find it. Bang, right here. I said recreate this ad. And then the key thing here, right, you don't want to copy the person in the background. And so what I usually like to do is I would type in, let me go on Chrome. This is actually a hack, by the way. Google.com. Type in site-facebook.com, and I'll do like clear skin, right? And what this is, it's going to show you all the images that people post on Facebook with clear skin, so all of these are native kind of Facebook. Like this would be perfect, actually. This would be perfect. So let me save this image, and then I'll just head back over to Gemini. I'll put this in here. Bang. I said recreate this ad using the image, using the woman in the image attached. Change the text to match the benefits of No Trace, a pillow cleanser meant to kill acne-inducing bacteria using hospital-grade hypochlorous acid. Change the text to match the benefits of No Trace. Let's do that. Bang. And then it's going to spit out an ad, right? And so like if you have a Rolodex of ads from like competitors or, brands that you admire, so like, using Facebook ad library and whatnot. So as you can see, it generated an ad like this. Obviously, it's not completely the best, But you can see just like how quickly we can make ad creatives, right? So like if I were to take something like, let's see, this right here, I can basically just tell ChatGPT, or if I find, hold on, let me find something for you guys. Let's just keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Like, what's this? Why switch your greens to gummies? Bang, can take that. I need a more top of the funnel ad. So we can use greens reimagined, us versus them, right? We can take something like this and basically put it in ChatGPT. Where is ChatGPT? Holy tiredness. Bang. Start a new chat. Just put this. Desktop. Bang. Recreate this ad using the no trace product mockup. I want you to compare no trace pillow spray to silk pillowcases. Compare both on their efficacy on helping with acne. Change the colors to match the aesthetic of the no trace bottle. Right, so just use AI to your best friend. But you can see right here, I have a couple angles that I'm going to test with. So your pillow is dirtier than your toilet seat. Stop canceling plans, plus feel more confident. Stop waking up with new breakouts. I want clear skin with no effort. And for this, right, compare a product to silk pillowcases. For this one, I said, show a stack of the most popular skincare with a post-it note saying, does your expensive skincare routine leave you still breaking out, right? One product, 30 seconds, no new breakouts. And so whatever you find out from the research you did for your product, basically just list it out here. And you really want to just create like maybe 3 or 4 different types of creative variations for each one of those. You can take examples from Facebook ad library, from other brands, or you can just tell like AI to basically come up with something, just prompt it, right? Another good brand for you guys to look at is one called Norse Organics. Yeah, so you can see, right? 890 ads running. How to treat hormonal acne naturally. How I finally cleared my skin, right? Something like this would be fucking fire. So I would literally just rip this and change the images. So one of the ads that I saw, let me show you guys, where is it? Right here, from Norse, right? Before and after, very clear. And then it's like a testimonial. I'm my 15-year-old son, blah, blah, blah. And so what I did was I basically found this image using site:facebook.com, and I typed in before and after acne. And then I found a TikTok comment talking about hypochlorous acid, right? And so this right here would be a creative that I can run and test with, more so on the middle of the funnel side, because this kind of mainly speaks to hypochlorous acid, you know, is really the holy grail, right? Sorry guys, I'm getting a little bit tired now. Not gonna lie, the energy is coming down pretty quickly. Health trade. Okay, this is not great, right? And honestly, like Nano Banana is way better, but I don't know why it's being super weird and not letting me do it. But this is kind of the process that I would take, right? I'm just showing you guys the steps. Definitely recommend using Nano Banana over ChatGPT. I think it's just way better as an image generation model. But yeah, so that's how I would create these ads. So I would create 3 different variations. So for this, maybe I'll try a different avatar with, you know, a Facebook comment testimonial, just like this, right? So like what you could do is like screenshot this, go to, you know, I'll just use ChatGPT as an example. recreate this Facebook comment creative. Change all the text to say how all this text to reflect a natural customer review on how I started using no trace, and within 15 days, or let's do 17 days, I noticed that I never woke up, noticed that I'd stopped waking up with new breakouts and my skin is clear, right? And so I can just basically take this and then come up with another kind of testimonial style, maybe choose a different person, and then I would just run that as an ad, right? So my goal really is to create 15-ish, maybe 10, 15 different ad creatives that targets each one of these angles. And you should know by now which angle is top of funnel, which one is more kind of middle of the funnel. So like, for example, like the one I was talking about, this one right here, I want clear skin with no effort. With the us versus them, that's kind of more middle of the funnel style. So basically I would, just create 3-4 creatives each and then just run them on Meta. So hope this was helpful. What is next? Let's see. Hold on. Oh, create landing page. So this part, super simple. Okay. So I have a folder of a bunch of different landing page inspirations, right? So very simple. What we're going to do is once we have all the ads created, we're going to go on Lovable. Lovable is basically like an AI dev. You can just build things really easily. They recently just had a Shopify integration, which is why I'm loving it so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to download all of this, the landing page copy, high performing landing page examples. How do I download this shit? What the hell? Bang. And then what you're going to do is go over to Lovable. You're going to attach all of the examples. Oh, fuck. I have just attached some examples of the highest converting landing pages. Please read and analyze. Please analyze all of them, and please analyze all of them and break down the structure of each one for me and key insights. Bang. And just let Lovable cook. And so what we're doing right now is we're basically feeding Lovable a bunch of different landing page examples so that when we actually just ask it, be like, hey, Lovable, this is my product overview document. This is my customer avatar. This is my mass desire sheet. Based on all these landing pages, help me then recreate mine, right? Very fucking simple. So that's why we start off in the beginning. We spent like an hour doing all this research and putting all these documents together because it just makes our life so much easier down the line, right? All right, boys. So, took off the blue light blocker glasses. I think that was what's actually making me tired. Now that I'm like, took them off, I'm like, okay, shit, like I'm back. I'm fucking back, all right? So cool. It analyzed all the 9 high converting landing pages. So blah, blah, blah. You got the trust bar, hero section, social proof. And then what we're going to do next is I have attached below, I have attached 3 documents below. One of them is my product overview document. One of them is my buyer persona document, and the last is my mass desire document. Please read those and tell me what you understand. So now we are going to attach the, is that the product overview one? Nope. Where is the product overview one? Oh shit, I gotta download it, 1 sec. Okie dokie, so I've just attached all the core documents. Bang, send it, let's go. I'm fired up again, boys, I'm fired up again. All my homies are texting me now, they're all up. I'm like, I can't fucking fall asleep. You know, that kind of defeats the entire purpose. So I think what I'm gonna do is once I finish this video, I'm gonna go to the gym, sauna, sit in the fucking cold plunge for like 3 minutes, wake the fuck up, bring all my shit, go to a coffee shop, and just lock in. Because if I'm out and about, like, I can't fall asleep. You know, otherwise, if I'm home all day, I'm literally just gonna fall asleep. So, alrighty. So, it read all of this information, right? Understood the product, buyer persona, and then my mass desire research, right? So if I scroll up, want me to build you? Yes. And then just let it cook again. Bang, letting it cook. Just got myself, this is, by the way, fucking best yogurt, some of the best yogurt I've ever had. This is called what? No, Noosa? But I just needed some food. Need some sugar, need some glucose in my system, you know, otherwise I'm gonna crash so hard. This is fucking fire. You guys have to try this. If you live in the US, go to Whole Foods, get one of these. No, Noosa, get the vanilla one. This is, if you guys don't like it, I'll literally Venmo you $5. So, if you guys give it a try. Also, while this is loading, if you guys have made it so far in this video, make sure you comment a frog emoji just to kind of help me boost my ego a little bit, making sure kind of, you know, you guys are fucking with the video so far. And if you've watched all the way to the end, shameless plug, I do have a mentorship program. So we basically find you a product, we find you a supplier, we go through this entire testing system. You know, this is only one part of the strategy, which is the validation. There's also how do you actually get creators to actually promote your products? How do you actually launch on TikTok, Amazon, D2C? Because I see a lot of people kind of teaching, you know, one way or the other. It's either Amazon or TikTok or just straight Meta. I think the best brands nowadays are obviously, you know, you focus on one channel to start off with, but eventually it's all encompassing, right? Everything kind of has to work together. And so if you watch this video all the way to the end at this point, and you want to work with me one-on-one, where I basically help you find your product, you know, build you this entire testing strategy, get you sales within the first week, and then actually help connect you to suppliers, designers, creators, and help you launch your brand so that whether you're working at a job right now that you fucking hate, a 9-to-5 that you hate, or you're in college and you're like, why the fuck am I even here? If you're one of those two people and you genuinely want to build something, and this is like very key, okay? If you're genuinely someone who's sick and tired of, you know, working a job or going to college and you actually want to build a brand that you're proud of, right? I think that's the key. Like, I don't want to work with anyone who just wants to drop ship, you know, random shit from China, right? I want people who actually want to build a fucking sick brand, you know, that people know that's going to be big, that can be sold one day for a lot of money, right? The last thing I want is just like drop shipping random shitty Chinese products. So if you have an idea or you want to create some sort of passion project and you like kind of this method of testing, validating, finding suppliers, and then launching, click that first link in the description. It's a very simple video kind of explaining the entire process. And then below that, there should be a type form. It should take like 2 minutes where it asks you like a couple of questions. And basically the form is just to see if it's the right fit for us to work together. You know, we keep the group super, 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 super small. Haven't had a refund, haven't had a chargeback. Ask any of your gurus whether or not they have had that. No refund so far. And yeah, fill out the form and just, you know, see if it's a right fit for us to work together. I fucking hate sales calls. I hate that entire like salesy process. And so it's all just to see if it's a good fit for us to work together. And yeah, that's basically it. So if you're interested, click that first link in the description, and we'll see if we can work together. But cool, let's take a look at this. Okay, so it cooked up this nice little advertorial page right here. So let's kind of take a look at this. Stop sleeping on bacteria. This overnight pillow spray cleared my acne in 3 days while I slept. Okay, not bad, not bad. This image, obviously, like if I'm actually submitting this, then I'm probably gonna change this image to something else, maybe like someone sleeping, like an AI image of someone sleeping. Look in the mirror right now. Do you see stubborn breakouts that make you feel frustrated and self-conscious? Are you exhausted from spending hundreds? Let's face it, you're done. Done with feeling like nothing works. Perfect. The hidden truth about your pillowcase. What the skincare industry doesn't want you to know. Fire. I like that. So you show that after one night, your pillow harbors 17,400 more bacteria. See, this is fire. Your pillow is working against you. Here's what's happening every night. Okay, agitate the problem. And then obviously like all the images, right, can be switched up. So you can just find images and just kind of replace it with your product, mock-ups, and all of that. How nurtures, clinical formula, blah, blah, blah. Real results. Like I would probably replace this section with like those like Facebook comment styles. So the ones we kind of made, you know, something like, yeah, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like the Facebook comment style ones, I would probably replace those because those just look super fucking legit. A good page to also check out, boys, is Norse Organics. I think they do a phenomenal job with social proof. Like, you know, Instagram, DM, like fucking testimonials like this. I don't even know if this is real, but fuck ton of proof, right? And you're basically just trying to flood social proof as much as possible. So yeah, this is would be a page that I would just like tweak, obviously, a little bit. And what I can do is be like, okay, I'm ready to publish this on Shopify, right? Shit's so fucking easy now. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to change a bunch of stuff, but I don't want to make this video like way too long and you guys watch me change stuff. I just want to show you kind of like the process of like how I kind of go about everything, right? Connect my existing Shopify store. Damn, I can't believe it's 8:30 right now. That's crazy. Oh, okay. Enable Shopify connection. Bang. And then in the sandbox, but I see you want to connect your. Unfortunately, once the stores connect, sure. You're gonna start with fresh with a new project. Whatever is easier. I don't fucking know. And then basically, all you do is you add your product. So I can say that I create a product called No Trace Pillow Spray. Like $32.99, right? You can play around with the back end of everything, but this is just, I just wanted to show you guys a very, very simple way. Like, this is not polished, you know what I mean? Like, this is not like the final product by any means. Like, I can just click. Yeah, what I was saying was, this is not the final product. I just want to show you guys a very fucking quick way to basically find your product, build your customer avatar, understand the angles, create the ads, create the page, test the ads, right? Like all of this process should take you no more than 2 days to finish. And once you kind of have a first draft and you start testing it, then based on the data you get back, you can reiterate, right? So blah, 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 claim, and then it's going to play. So I'm not going to run through the rest of that. But yeah, that's basically how I come up with my landing page. A good landing page for you guys to take a look at is Primal Queens. Primal Queens, let me show you guys one of my favorite examples to use. Oh shit, fuck me. One of my favorite examples to use, but they do a phenomenal job at basically having like a one-page long-form sales letter that just handles every single objection. You know exactly what you're buying, why you're buying it, all that sort of stuff, right? So next, but last but not least, all right, running Facebook ads. Alrighty, cool. So this is my ads manager. What you really want to do is very, very simple, and I'm just going to show you guys from the get-go. So, you can see I already had a draft campaign, but I'll just create a new one. Always, always, always do a sales. Always do a sales, okay? And then once you're kind of in here, okay, I would just name it something like prospecting, underscore CBO broad, right? The thing with Facebook now is you just basically leave all the settings on broad. You kind of let Facebook do its own targeting, because depending on the creative that you kind of give Facebook, they'll know exactly who to show the creative to, all right? So just leave everything on broad. Unless your product's kind of both like unisex, what you could do is set up 2 different campaigns, one for just male and then one for just female, but then leave everything else on broad. So make sure you turn this off. Campaign budget. As far as daily budget goes, what I would recommend is I would personally set it at like 3 to 5x whatever your target customer acquisition cost is. This is going to be like a completely separate video. So if you guys want me to go into, let me see, breaking down kind of offers, how to find the product, how to actually like do every step of the funnel, how to actually build everything out like step by step, kind of like this video, but more in depth. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, this is kind of like a margin breakdown. So for example, let's say, this is your product, right? Whatever your break-even CPA is, that is kind of what I would set as the daily budget times 3 or times 5, right? So if I was launching this campaign, my break-even CPA was $52. I would just do times 4. So I would set the budget really at $200 per day, right, as a test. But if you want to start slow, you can do, $50, $60 a day. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Leave all of that. That looks good. And then as far as the ad set go, I would just kind of name it by the angle. So for me, this would just be, your pillow is dirtier than toilet. Top of funnel. Website. Got your pixel, make sure that's good. Conversion event, purchase, bang, 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 bang. I always like to start it at midnight for the next day, so I'll just go 00, 20th. Click next. Let me double check. Yeah, so leave all of this. Leave all of this on broad. Minimum age. Yep. Location: United States. Next. And then obviously connect your Instagram account, and then I would just name this like static one. Bang, bang, bang. I don't like that. Paste in your URL here. .com. And then here is where you set up the creative. So for this, I'm going to attach an image ad. Next. Upload. Let's just use this for example. So what I would also do is I would make a 9x16 version and then have like the square version. It's a little bit more tedious, but highly recommend. You can just put this creative into Canva and basically, let's actually just do that. I'm actually not crazy tired. Actually, fuck this. But basically, just put that into Canva and make it 9x16, and then just attach that creative right here. So then you hit next. So this is what is the sauce, right? What I like to do is test 3 primary text, 2 headlines, and also 2 descriptions. And so my favorite format is taking a review as my primary text. So I'll literally just go back to my Claude project. Bang. I am writing the primary text for my meta ad. Help me write a review style. Help me write a review from a customer that talks about the main desire and pain point. Make it sound natural. Bang. Actually, let's shorten this. Shorten this, please. Actually, let's just try this. My dear couldn't figure it out. My friends thought I was crazy. Blah 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 blah. And my pillow, there was just no choice. Was on my jam for my skin. Bang bang bang. Nice. From Sarah. And I would just literally just rip this as one of the options. And then the other one, I would kind of write a more long form primary text. I want you to write a 1,200 character primary text story on basically, let me think, basically on the exact same angle. I want the headline. Make sure the headline. Make sure you follow Eugene Schwartz principle and make the headline so good people have to keep reading the second sentence. Whew. Let's see what this cooks up. This hook fucking sucks dick. The hook sucks dick. Sorry, the headline sucks dick. Make it so that it's shocking / controversial enough to get people's attention, you idiot. Like, who the fuck is gonna keep watching and reading that? Stop washing your face. You're making your acne work. Bang. That's fine. That's fire. So like obviously I would read through each sentence and kind of make sure the lead itself is good. Your dermatologist is lying to you about why your acne won't clear. I spent 18 months, blah blah blah. I can't use other brand names on Meta, you idiot. Fucking retard. Okay. All right, boys. We got it. Bang. You can make it 1,500 characters. Make sure the last sentence is intriguing enough for people to click through to the URL. This long form kind of sales page is honestly working really well with some native image ads, meaning like images that look like a normal everyday person would post on Facebook, if that makes sense. So if I were to look up site-facebook.com, acne before and after. God damn it. Ugh. I don't even know how long this video is at this point. So I've taken like 5 breaks. Not gonna lie, boys. Fire. Bang. Copy. Bang. Fire. Fire. And then for this one, I would just test something a little bit shorter. Dude, this comment thing actually sucks ass. And so like what I would do, bro, is you could test a creative like this with a man, and you can test one with a woman and just kind of see which one performs better. So just literally just duplicate that ad and just literally test both, right? Like you never really know until you test shit out which demographic works better. Oh my God. This is fire. So then what you could do is like once you get this and then you go over to Higgsfield. Generate image. Whatever. Let's just use this as an example. Shit. Bruh, it's making me try premium. God damn it. Too lazy to buy this right now. But you basically want to take this image and AI it so you don't get fucking sued, is kind of basically it. I want to now test, now write a long sales copy for the second most desirable angle. What the hell? Sorry, I hope you guys aren't bored right now. I'm literally just trying to lock in and figure this shit out. Oh, I can't even look believable. Bang. Obviously read the text before, but honestly I'm just a little kind of lazy right now. Why are there no spaces, brother? Space it. I'm actually so fucking tired right now. It's not even funny. I can't keep my eyes open. The virus spray that cures acne. Bang. Oh, make sure all of this gay shit's turned off when you're making your ads, because I've heard really fucking bad things with this shit. So just make sure all this shit's turned off. I'm gonna hit done. Yeah, boys, your first ad is basically ready to go. And then you would just publish it. And once you kind of let it run for like a week, you can track different metrics. So, for example, how much money did you spend? What was your customer acquisition cost? What was your conversion rate? What was your hook rate? All of these different metrics, right? But the most important one for you to track is how much money do you spend and how much money did it cost you to actually acquire those customers, right? And you might be wondering, okay, Damien, like I don't actually have the product yet. So if someone buys, what do we actually do, right? And so you can basically pause this video and copy this. But all I do is I set up an automated email in the back end of Klaviyo as an automated first message. And so I say, hey, Dame, I'm Damien, founder of Tanny's. I want to reach out to say thank you so much for placing an order. However, we don't have the product in stock at the moment, so I'm happy to refund you in full or give you a free bag and we'll ship it out in a month, right? And the goal with this is like you want people to take the free bag option because your cost of goods might be $5, right? But if someone spent $35 with you, you just lost out on $30. So it's a lot cheaper to ship out an additional item of whatever you guys are selling than actually giving them a full refund. So I hope this makes sense. This is just an automated email that I would send in the back end once people order. And once you kind of start getting your first orders and you kind of tested out the idea, what you should do is you should contact a contract manufacturer. And I actually have a video on my channel that talks step by step on actually how to find manufacturers, how to actually reach out to them, how to actually track responses and all of that. It's like called speedrunning, finding a manufacturer. So yeah, just watch that video and then order a good amount of stock. And what you want to do, once you have something working, let's say angle number 2 is performing really well. What you want to do is just double down. Creative is king. You really want to be testing at least 5 different new ads every single week minimum. With AI now, I think it's super easy. There's a bunch of AI tools that you can create videos from, which is a separate video, statics and all of that. And the next kind of layer, which this is also another video, is you can actually hire creators who can actually make videos for you to run as ads on Meta and TikTok Shop, which is kind of the method that I'm going to be running with No Trace. So if you guys want an in-depth video on exactly how I'm doing that as well, just leave a comment model, and that way I kind of know I should make a video about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you made it all the way to the end, like I said, thank you. It's already 10 in the morning now. Stayed up all night for you mofos making this video, so I hope you guys found it valuable. I really try to just show you guys everything and not gatekeep. Like I said, I just want to show you guys the whole process so you guys know how to actually implement it. But if you made it all the way to the end, you basically have 3 options, right? Don't do anything, do it yourself, or work with me to do it. If you don't do anything, you watch this entire 2-hour-long video, you're an idiot. You just wasted my time, you wasted your time, and I basically just kind of gave you the entire blueprint where you can literally start today and start testing an idea. So if you don't do anything with it, I'm actually going to be pissed, okay? Secondly, do it yourself. You know, if you're smart, you can already figure this shit out. I literally gave you the blueprint. But if you want to work with me directly, one-on-one, in order to scale your brand up, find your product, you know, do the entire testing strategy, find you manufacturers, get you designers, find your creators, launch on Amazon, launch on TikTok Shop, and scale up Meta, click that first link in the description. It's going to take you to a page like this where you basically just click this button right here. Takes 2 minutes to fill out, and it basically just sees whether or not it's the right fit for us to work together. You know, we can literally have your store up within probably a week or 2 weeks, and you can basically start getting sales in, right? This is the whole point of the strategy. So like I said, if you want to work with me one-on-one, just click that first link in the description. But nonetheless, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment the word frog if you made it all the way to the end. Or comment actually something like, comment 6-7 if you guys made it all the way to the end. And yeah, hope you guys liked it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love y'all. Peace.